What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Coach Fred Tagalog Show. This video is about qualification before you get married, part 3. In part 3, we'll be discussing the difference between men and women. And this is in regards to budgeting and planning. Of course, when you get married, you're going to have to set a budget so you can pay off your bills and be able to pay your rent and etc., your food and stuff like that. So when it comes to budgeting and planning, when you put a man and a woman together, this is when we start having issues. So in the beginning of their marriage, normally they will establish a budget for the family to pay for the grocery, gasoline, car payments, house payment, and so on. They'll even have a plan to save up for their kids' college tuition in the future. Because when the kids turn 18, that's after high school, now they need to go to college. So you're going to need money for that. And college is pretty expensive. So in this scenario, the wife will agree with the husband, because the husband is the one who's going to plan this out normally. She'll agree to this budget plan. And she'll be so happy that she'll even brag about it to her friends, co-workers, and even to her relatives. So in the beginning of the marriage, everything will be set fine. Everything is running smooth. Now, let me go back to the basics about the difference between a man and a woman. So here on my left hand, I put notes here that a man is a builder. And what he wants from a woman is a beautiful woman, because he's a very visual guy, feminine, submissive, and he adores being respected by her woman. Now, a woman is not a builder. Typically, a woman is a spender. So that's why they make Macy's and Kohl's and all the specialized stores. That's why they made LV bags, Louis Vuitton and Gucci and stuff. Because they know that the woman will support them by buying all their products. So what does a woman want from a man? They tend to go for the lifestyle. They're attracted to a lifestyle. They expect the husband to be a provider and protector. So remember, she expects the husband to be a provider and a protector. And she also wants that alpha male, because she likes to be carried around and talk to sweet nothings to her. Okay, that's what she wants. And she craves attention. So a man craves for respect from his wife, while the woman craves for attention. Not specifically from the husband, attention from everybody. Husband, friends, co-workers, relatives, people that she doesn't even know, Facebook, Instagram. What's the other one? The one with the note, a musical note. TikTok. That's where they get their attention from. So, and I'll give you another example, the difference between a woman and a man. So I've been doing the studies since I was a young man in my early 20s. So I ask many men that I know, so the guys, I would ask them this scenario. So I'm asking the man, which scenario would bother you more? One, you caught your wife texting a guy that she loves him so much. Or you catch your wife having sex with another guy. 10 out of 10 times, the response from the male would be, it's more painful to see your wife having sex with another man. Now, a woman, I asked the same question. So this is the question again. Which I asked the woman, okay, in this scenario, which scenario would bother you more? Catching your husband texting another woman that he loves her so much, or catching your husband having sex with another woman. 8 out of 10 times, or 8 out of 10 people that I ask, so that's 80%, the woman said it is more painful to catch their man texting their husband texting a woman telling her that he loves her so much. That would be really painful for 80% of the women. So right there, you could tell men and women are already different right from the get-go. So you put those two things, or two different people, to create a budget and a plan. That's when everything goes wrong. Okay? So in the beginning, let's go forward now. So in the beginning of their marriage, of course, the wife is okay with the budget and planning and so on, so she doesn't say anything. So the man, the husband, saves up money to buy a bigger house. Woman, or the wife, she may care a little bit, but they don't really care. Women don't really care about a big house because that's not their thing. But the man, however, he believes that this is a big accomplishment. Now, the man fixes the house, makes it better, bigger, and fix the plumbing, electrical, paints the closet, whatever. And he's happy because he's taking care of the family and making his family have a nice home. The wife, however, they don't really care for that. Generally, they don't really care. So a man or the husband saves up money and then buys the wife a new car. In this scenario, the wife will kind of be happy a little bit, but it's not gonna last. Maybe it'll last about a week after she showed it off to her coworkers, friends, relatives. But after that, normally they don't care about that. So what do they care about then? See, what women cares about is different from what men cares about. So women, they want attention. They want a good lifestyle. They want to spend money. So none of the stuff that the man did is something that she wants. This is not spending. This is all savings. And she don't really care for that because she wants attention. So at this point of their marriage, the woman is dissatisfied. She's stressed out. For some reason, she's stressed out. The man, the alpha male, is confused. So they start an argument. Because the man, see, men are different. They want to, if there's something wrong, the man wants to figure out what's wrong with it and fix it right away. Women, when there's something wrong, they want it to fix itself. They don't want to fix it. Women don't want to fix it. If there's something wrong, women just wants it to dissipate all by itself. Men are different. We're gear driven. We want to know what's wrong. We'll fix it right now and get it over with. So right here, they'll have an argument. He'll ask her something like, what's wrong with you? And then she'll just blurt out things, nonsense. And her attitude is just so poor. She'll say something like maybe she's stressed out. She doesn't know if she's stressed out from work or at home taking care of the babies or whatever. So she gets mad at the alpha male and said, you're the alpha male. You figure out what's wrong. So this scenario, the husband is kind of like confused. Okay, that's the first confusion of his marriage. So the husband wants to fix this thing because the wife is stressed out. She doesn't want to have sex. She doesn't want to talk. She's just acting weird, right? And then finally she just blurts out and she figured it out. She'll say something like, hey, honey, guess what? Let's go to a trip. Let's go to Italy. That should take care of my stress. So the husband would ask how much it would cost. And she said, it's nothing. It's only 10 grand. A man would kind of weigh it out. 10 grand will fix her stress. Then she'll love me again. She won't be a bitch anymore. Maybe it's worth it. But he's trying to figure out where is he going to get this 10 grand. Remember, the woman doesn't care where he gets the money. Because remember back in the beginning, what I told you guys, woman is attracted to a lifestyle. So that's a lifestyle, going to Italy. A trip to Italy. Lifestyle. Remember that, guys and gals. Women are attracted to lifestyle. Then she'll buy jewelry. Let me go back up again. So go on a trip, take pictures, put it on Facebook, so all her friends, coworkers, relatives will be jealous. Or I don't know if they'll be jealous, but it's to get attention. And then to get more attention, she'll buy more expensive jewelries. Post it on Facebook. She gets more attention. Now she'll buy Louis Vuitton, Gucci bags. Facebook time. Then as she gets older, liposuction, because it's hard to lose weight, especially as you get older. Your metabolism slows down, so she gets lipo. And then her breast is sagging. She wants that attention. She wants that youth. She wants to be beautiful, to get attention from everybody else except for her husband. So she gets a breast implant. So now the family is down in the hole. They're in debt, $200,000, $300,000. The husband is trying to figure this out. Maybe if this, I'll pay this off and she won't be stressed anymore and she feels good. Everything just going through the man's brain, trying to figure out how to pay for it. Okay, he gets 2 jobs. So now he's never home because he's working 2 jobs to pay off the bills. Then the wife blames it on him, that the reason why she's not intimate with him because he's never home. So it's like a cycle. So at this point, the alpha male, he's losing his position to be the alpha male. He's more confused now. And they're in debt. So normally, A man would talk to the wife and say, look, we need to slow down on the breast implant and the braces and the lights, the skin lightening, or to make your skin more whiter or whatever, or the tightening up the cheeks, facial and surgery, and so the husband wants to fix this debt. So by trying to fix this debt, now he's working 2 jobs. He's never home anymore. So now the wife gets lonely, then blames everything on the husband. Meanwhile, they're in debt, but the wife is kind of happy because got a trip to Italy. Now she has more attention on Facebook, jewelry, Louis Vuitton, and then liposuction because now she doesn't have a belly, and then big breast implant. She has everything she wants, and she's still pissed off at something, whatever it is. She wants more attention. She doesn't care about the car, the house, or anything else. She just wants attention about her. Now, not all women are like this. I'm just saying in general, okay? Because I have a lot of friends and I know a lot of people, and I ask them what happened, and they tell me, pretty much they all tell me the same thing. So later on in their marriage, they're getting older and stuff, right? So the man, because man is a builder, okay? Men are created differently from women. Men are builders, women are spenders. So the man thinks about his health. Gosh, I'm 40 years old, working 2 jobs. I really like to retire soon and relax. So the only way for him to retire, he had an idea from his coworkers or friends that he should find a way to modify their budget, making it more tighter budget. That means no more going to the movies, no more Italy, no more Gucci bags, right? So in his mind, he's thinking, this is a great idea. I'll propose it to my wife when she gets home from work. So she talks to his wife. Wife agrees. She'll say something like, yeah, that's a good idea. We should plan for retirement. You see, women in general, they don't like budget because budget is not a lifestyle. Because if you're in a budget, how can you buy those Louis Vuitton, those Mercedes-Benz, trip to Italy if you're in a budget? There's no way you could go to do those things, buy those things if you're in a budget. So women, and they'll deny it too if you ask them. They'll deny it. They don't like budget. Once you put them in a budget, this is the beginning of World War III. If you don't know it yet, if you're not married yet, you better listen to what I'm saying right now. So in this scenario, the wife agrees to the new budget. That means no more Starbucks. Okay? She could make a coffee here at home in the morning, but she preferred to buy a $10 Starbucks, which she'll never finish. She just wants to be able to hold that Starbucks cup to show it off to her friends. Then at lunchtime, she buys another Starbucks. And then before she go home, another Starbucks. So you're looking at about $30 a day. $30 a day times 30 days. That's almost $1,000. You could buy a new car with that kind of money. I'm trying not to laugh. Oh, shoot, man. All right, so you tell her, as a dominant male, no more Starbucks for you, woman. I bought a coffee maker, espresso. All right? She's not going to use it. She won't use it. So a month later of this new budget plan, retirement plan, okay, she gets stressed out. Out of the blue, she's stressed out. She comes home late. She wants to argue. She doesn't want to cook. She'll defrost some chicken, but when she gets home, she'll put it back in the fridge, and then she bought some takeout. Then she probably defrosts that same chicken again the following day, and then the following day she buys takeout, or she takes the whole family to go out to a TGIF restaurant. So eventually that chicken will become rotten, where the blood is dripping out, it's all black, and then you have to throw it in the trash anyway. So that's all for show, right? So a month later, the husband says, "Wife, what is this $5,000 balance on our credit card? I thought we paid it all off. What is this stuff that you're buying?" Okay, now this is World War IV now. A man, I don't care if you're alpha male, it don't matter. You ask your wife what she bought with that credit card, it's on. It would trigger her. And she goes to the next level. Because putting her on a budget and then later on asking her what she bought that caused that $5,000 balance, that would be a signal 4, signal 5, a tornado. Okay? She'll be quiet for a little bit. But like what she would say, something like, "I'ma whoop your ass. I'ma fuck you up." That's what she's gonna say. But she goes through all this stress, right? So now the husband gets all confused because he's been confused all his married life. Confused. Because he doesn't know what's going on. So he would ask sincerely his wife, "What am I doing wrong?" The wife says, "You're the alpha male. Figure it out." So this cycle goes on and on and on. Okay? It'll never end. This is when the man, the alpha male, will begin to lose his alpha male position. He's no longer the alpha male because he's confused. He's an alpha male, can't figure out what's going on with his family. Eventually, he just becomes a beta male, a quiet, submissive male. So now you have an ex-dominant male, alpha male, but that thing is worn out, where now he's just, yes, dear. Yes, dear. He's no longer an alpha male. That's gone. He's been demoted to beta male. It happens. This is when the woman takes over. See, women, they like to get the biggest dog, the pit bull, the biggest dog in the yard or in the neighborhood, and not knowing that they're actually turning that pit bull into a chihuahua. That's what actually happens. That's only the analogy right now I can think of. But I'll think of some more later on. So now at this point, the woman becomes the alpha dog, the alpha female. Now she's the boss now. Dominant female. Domineering. Not submissive anymore. And then she's the big boss who gained about 50, 60 pounds. So now she looks like a square body, like Delima. Layla Delima. If you guys don't know what she is or who she is, Basically, she wears a muumuu dress, like a summer dress, muumuu dress, and her body is just square off like this. There's no body shape, just square. Because you stressed her out so much that she overate. And then she develops this bipolar. She gets mad easily, then she becomes super nice. This bipolar is a system to maintain her alpha male position because she's the alpha now, alpha female. Now, husbands don't want no trouble. They just want to go to work, come home. They just want to watch Jeopardy. That's it. So they pretty much give up. They give up that position as the alpha dog. The woman just the woman just takes over. So that's why you see the alpha females, they drive nice cars. And if you look at the beta males, or they call that in Tagalog, Filipino, under Disaya, they drive a piece of shit car. They don't have a nice Camaro, a Tundra, or a 4x4 truck. No. They drive an economical car. Okay? That's what happens. You just change your alpha dog into a Chihuahua. So, most marriages, over 60%, end up in a divorce. And in the Philippines, there is no divorce, but they still separate. This scenario that I just talked about is a little bit different in the Philippines because it's actually the male version, which I may make another video, but it's pretty much the same. But it's a different story, basically, because the problem in the Philippines is more pertaining to part 1 of this video series, part 1. If you watch the part 1, that's where it all started. The problem all started on the part 1 video. Where here in America, you can have a part 1, they qualify as married couples, part 2, and then now they get to part 3. This is when everything falls apart. So more than 60% of marriages end up in a divorce here in the US. And 80% of that divorce are filed by women, not men. Women. Why do women file the divorce, not the husband? It's because of this simple formula, or I don't have the word for it right now, but I'll get one in the future. You see, woman is a spender, and they want a man that will give her a lifestyle, a provider, a protector, an alpha male. You see, when the husband is no longer an alpha male, okay, and no longer the provider, protector, because he's broke, he's working 2 jobs, trying to pay off all his debts, so he's no longer a provider because he's in debt, he's broke. And then the lifestyle of the woman is no longer being met. And the women here in the United States, they have a better lifestyle if they divorce the husband, because the money will be given to the wife. That's how it goes. So the wife wants that divorce, get a better lifestyle than what she's having right now. Husbands lose 3/4 of his pay and they end up living in his car. I mean, it goes really bad for the husband. But the woman, if they don't get the lifestyle, they don't get the provider, protector, alpha male anymore, then that's when they call it quits, because they found somebody else. Or maybe they develop being an alpha that all you have to do is ex-husband, give me majority of the money, I'll be in business again. This is what we call the modern woman, the strong and independent. And then after the divorce, the man who was at first looking at his wife as beautiful, she's no longer beautiful. Her body's square, overweight, and she's no longer feminine. She's dominant male figure or dominant female. And she's no longer submissive. She's more of an alpha dog or alpha male. So at this point, the husband is just going to give up and say, you know what? She's not the same person as that woman I met the first time I saw her. So that's when they end up breaking up. It's because they're two different people. Men and women are two different people. Man sees the woman differently from a woman looking at the man. So that's why people need to examine and learn from what I'm saying here. I'm not joking. I mean, I try not to laugh, but they need to know that you gotta draw a line. You cannot go beyond what your role is. If your role is you're a woman, you gotta be a submissive wife, and if you're a man, you're supposed to be a provider. You guys gotta maintain those. You guys gotta work as a team. But if you guys are starting to forget what your your position or your role in life, that's when we have this situation. That's why we need mentors. And there is no more mentors here. There's no more adult figure that would teach the young married couple and guide them. Everybody's pretty much on their own. But now we have this video, and I just gave you guys an example. I'm hoping this will be a good guide. Hold on a second. This one will fix it. All right, so I'm hoping that this video will help couples out there to realize and recognize that the problem is a misunderstanding of their role. And women should stay feminine. Because I know women out there, you know, when they get in this position already, they will say something to their husband like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Women don't say that because you're a woman, you're feminine. That's not communication. You're hurting your husband's pride. Okay? Now, those who don't speak English as their primary language, I'm gonna fuck you up. What it means is he's gonna beat him up. Or she's gonna beat him up. That's what it means. It's not sexual. Because I don't know who the viewers out there, they might think it's sexual. It's not. Anyway, so do you guys know the top causes, or the top 5 causes of divorces? A lot of people think divorces are caused by infidelity, or another word is cheating. But actually, the answer is no. Cheating is not the real cause, or the main, or the majority cause of divorces. Actually, I'm gonna break it down because I wrote it down here. Number one cause, according to the statistics, number one cause of divorces are, wait, hold on, before I say this. So divorces, 60% of married people ends up in a divorce, and 80% of filers, the one that files the divorce, are women. Okay, so okay, because I'm gonna make sure I say that. I don't want to forget any parts here that I need to expound on. So the top 5 causes of divorces, number one cause is argument. And it's just basically what I just talked about earlier. Argument is number one cause of divorces. Not cheating, not infidelity, not catching your husband or your wife cheating on you with another person. Number two cause, number 2, guys, excessive arguing. Think about that, guys. Know your boundaries. If you're a woman, stay a woman. If you're a man, stay a man. But get a mentor to help you guys see things clearly or clearer. Number 3 cause of divorce is domestic violence. Domestic means you guys live together, you know each other. That one right there, I think that domestic violence, some men can't control their anger because they're confused already. They don't know how to fix it. And then you got a strong and independent woman who's talking shit like, I'm gonna fuck you up. It hurts the guy's pride, and the next thing you know, they get physical. Okay? I'm not saying that it's not the man's fault. I don't condone into any violence. But the man has to control himself. But see, the women have to do their part as well. And there's another part of domestic violence. Those are the real violence where the husband or the wife, they just like to beat on their partner. Well, that one I don't really know about. I only seen it on movies. That one right there I don't want to touch, but because I still can't figure out why would you just want to beat up on your spouse for no reason at all. You don't want to do that. But there is a record of people just starts beating up their spouse, husband or wife, whatever. But this one right here, that's a no-no. Keep your hands to yourself. Number 4, substance abuse. Well, before they got married, how come it wasn't a problem? Because they weren't drinking back when they're in their early marriage, right? People start drinking when they're having problems in their marriage. Their wife is not happy. The husband is not happy. So they turn into a drinker. They turn to liquor. They turn to alcohol. They start drinking. And then it gets reported as, well, I divorced him because, well, you know, this is the female voice. I divorced him because he drinks every day. Well, he didn't drink every day. Not until he met you and married you. He didn't drink before. He's drinking now because he's so confused with his life. You took away his ability to become a man. You took away his home. You took away everything from him. That's why. I'm not saying that men don't become abusive with alcohol. What I'm saying is that's more logical. And then number 5, financial issues. Well, all of this 5 reasons people get divorced, the top 5, they're all pretty much the same reason. Because remember in my story, I was telling you guys, the expenditures of a woman is overwhelming. That the husband can't figure out how to pay for it. Works 2 jobs, still can't pay because she'll continue on with the credit cards. But I'm not saying that the man doesn't spend. Men some, maybe less than a handful, do spend a lot. Majority of the men that I know, they know how to keep their money. And the majority of women that I know, no budget. They hate budget. They will deny it, but their action speaks louder. Okay? But anyways, guys, this is it, what I got. So we got part 1 of marriage, part 2 of marriage. This is part 3. And this part 3 is more critical than all 3 videos that I made, because this is where everything ends. Because the difference between a man and a woman, and if they don't settle this thing, and especially if the woman is domineering or she becomes the alpha male, you got 2 alphas in the house fighting. Something is going to give. So we got to stick with our rules. We got to work together. Women, stay feminine. And stop spending. I just wish luck for everybody. And I make these videos not to ridicule people. I make these videos to help. I study this stuff, know about this stuff. I'm old enough to know what's going on. And I'm hoping that the information I made, and I'm hoping, greatly hoping, I put my heart and effort to this thing, that it will help people. Guys, gals, if you have any comments, leave some for me on the comment section. And to help out this channel, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. It helps the channel, because when you give me a thumbs up and you give me a comment and you subscribe, YouTube will continue to share it with other people. If you guys don't do your part, YouTube will not send it to other people, and other people will not benefit from it. It doesn't cost you guys anything. All right, guys. So until then, next video, increase the peace.